we go to this jungle place, and I was told, okay, this is the best sop ayam in the world, and it was under this little tarpaulin, and like in they had these like guts. They literally had cow guts in the middle of the thing. So I was a bit like, I would definitely go native here. And I was a little bit British about it. I was like, oh, I like the stuff, and it was fantastic. It was really good food.
Yeah.
But the thing is though, because the Indonesians didn't drink, I brought like a little hip flask with me or something because it was a wedding. You may as well.
Sorry, is Indonesia a Muslim country?
Yeah, predominantly Muslim, but these people are Christian, but they still don't drink anyway because it's expensive for what it is. And I think it's kind of like smoking here versus smoking there. Out there, everyone smokes. Here, barely anyone. Unless, of course, you're going out on a special occasion, which is the same principle, but with alcohol. I mean, that's...
Could you get alcohol?
Yeah, of course. But I mean...
I thought, like, also as a Westerner, maybe.
One of the reasons I started to leave was because the Islamic influence was growing, and it was quite palpable by the end of it. At first, we would be able to buy beer in the shops, like just the normal local shops. You can't... Like, wine is insanely expensive. But like for what we buy here for a £5, it costs 20 quid out there.
Jesus.
Relatively speaking, when you can, for a £5, buy 3 big bottles of beer, there's no point in buying the wine. In fact, that's one of the reasons I used to come home was for bacon and wine, and I was just
bacon and wine,
and like proper vodka. It's not to say you couldn't find it, but it was extremely expensive.
Could you get bacon out there?
You could find it, but again, it was kind of like trying to find drugs here. You kind of had to know a guy,
know
a special place to go. Go in there. It's like, come on, give me the pork scratchings. Oh yeah, and like you can't find Marmite and cheese, proper cheese as well. That was a huge problem because they have like the whole craft stuff, but cheddar cheese was like 400,000, which is again 20 quid for a little lump of cheddar. And again, it's not worth it when you can just buy like these amazing fresh fruit just next to you, like snake fruit and like jackfruit and everything. It's amazing. But it's just that change, and I think that's something I do miss as well when I was from coming back to London. Is you do have a lot of culture in London, and it's all very different. But once you've lived abroad and you're coming back, it's a huge drastic thing of having to work everything out in a language you don't speak, and having all those challenges and all that kind of fun of it. To just
so
kind
after
of
living abroad, what do you think about being like British? Do you think like how's it perceived abroad?
I was very proud of being British. I think that there's that I wouldn't say that it's nativism, but you being English becomes a bigger part of who you are. Here, being English, everyone's English, doesn't matter. But out there, you're special because you're English, and you're not special as in like no one's going to throw themselves down in front of you and be like, oh, behold the Englishman. But you are the Englishman because that's who you are. In the same way, if we were to go to the States, we'd still be different.
English. But it's interesting though, like in this country, we're not very patriotic.
No,
right?
But you get more patriotic when you're out there.
Yeah, because like
it becomes more.
How many people over here that actually know the national anthem? Or
I could get as far as I know it.
I know the name. I know what it's called.
Yeah,
but I could after like God Save the Queen, I'm mumbling.
I didn't realise that. I had this image in my head of because like when you hear it, it's all like really big and grand. And it's like okay, and especially at the proms and stuff. That because who am I kidding? I am so sorry it hurts sometimes. But the proms, we used to go to the proms in the park, and Rule Britannia, by the way, which should be the national anthem because it's just like. I mean, like all of the people just go absolutely batshit with the little Britain flags, like whenever they play it, and everyone absolutely loves it. But with God Save the Queen, there's this line that goes, send her victorious, happy and glorious. But I misheard it and I thought it was angry and glorious because I had this awesome image of Queen Elizabeth with a spear and like knight in shining armour absolutely fucking over some like, I don't know, an old school battlefield. I'm like, yeah, go on Ellie, get him. And like, I just have this really like cool image of like some sort of vengeful queen who's like,
I went to school in Jamaica as well, and I don't remember the national anthem now because I was like 6 at the time. But like I remember us being under the flag and singing the national anthem on a regular basis.
Yeah, they did that in Indonesia. They introduced that, and then they had in the evening.
Although at one point, God Save the Queen was our national anthem as well because.
Oh yeah, colony.
Yeah. So, but then we changed it. I think we have. It's technically still our national anthem, but we also have our own one.
Do you, like like sort of international matches? Is it God Save the Queen or is it the other one?
No, it's another one. It's the other one.
That's quite cool.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it'd be kind of confusing if you guys played us, and it was just like, it's like God save our gracious.
So we used to have your flag. We used to have your flag up into the 1960s before we became independent. Then we took down your flag and put our flag up.
Well, it makes a lot more sense considering it's your country. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, I think that. Although, who's I was talking to? I think I was talking to somebody about that whole colonialism thing.
Yeah.
And it's not that many. It's weird how not many generations ago people still were explorers, and we'll go down to like Africa and places like that and be like, "Ha ha, we've come here to find stuff."
That's interesting. What do you think about like Christopher Columbus?
I think he was a murderous prick.
I think he's probably worse than Hitler.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Hitler's kind of the benchmark for being an evil fuck.
Yeah, I think he's on that level with Hitler.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, didn't he do... I can't remember what it was.
Because, like, him and his people slaughtered the Native Americans when they landed. And do you know that he actually never went to America himself?
Yeah, wasn't he just, like, sort of sat tight in the Caribbean somewhere?
Yeah, he went, to, I think, to Haiti or somewhere.
Yeah.
He landed in Haiti.
Yeah, no, that went well.
He was lost in the first place. He was trying to sail backwards to India. And then ended up fucking landing in Haiti.
They weren't even the first ones to get there.
They weren't. They weren't
because the Vikings were there.
Yeah, the Vikings. They went to
Hopscotch, Greenland.
Yeah, they went to Greenland. They went to Iceland, and then they went to America, and they called it Vinland.
Vinland, yeah,
because it had like grapevines and everything. So they called it Vinland. Yeah, so they found it, but before they found it, the Native Americans found it.
Yeah, well, I mean, didn't they come over from China and stuff? Because there's like a teeny tiny little bit between Canada and Russia.
So there was this ice bridge or land, whatever they call it, land mass or something that connected Asia to the Americas.
Could you imagine spending your time?
Many generations of Asian people lived on this land bridge in between like Canada and Asia.
Could you imagine watching that melt? Yeah. And you're standing going, okay, right, say goodbye to your cousins, the kids.
Yeah, so they lived there for like over thousands of years and all pretty much almost created their own race of people. And then eventually when it melted, they moved into the Americas.
Yeah, well, I mean,
they moved into to Canada, to North America, to South America, to the Caribbean. They moved to all these places.
Yeah.
So they're the ones that found it. And they're the ones that should be celebrated every year.
Yeah, the smallpox thing.
I don't know how the hell America has Columbus Day. It's ridiculous.
It's weird.
He's a fucking murderous prick.
Yeah, it's not right.
He should not be celebrated.
No, and I don't think
they should have Natives Day or something other. They stole the country essentially.
I think the smallpox, because at one point they put smallpox in blankets.
And they gave it to the natives.
95% of them wiped out by smallpox. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah,
and they never mention it.
There's such an injustice.
That's beyond. And this is before they even were pretending that they were going to take tallies. I mean, there's definitely more natives killed than the Holocaust got.
So that's what I'm saying. He's to me almost on Hitler's level. And he should be remembered as on Hitler's level. He should not be remembered as a great man. Because I think it was part of the Spanish Empire, but he was Italian or something. He was Italian, but worked for the Spanish Empire. Huh?
I am a bit hazy. For the record, we haven't done any real research apart from colloquial. Really? Yeah. I watch these history things all the time. I think.
By the way, guys, I love history. I'm a history. I'm a bit of a history nerd.
Yeah, it's like World War One. I've got a thing for World War One these days. It's like, no, I went through a World War One phase, and then I think I'm kind of like coming out of that.
What's interesting though? Like America and England get most of the credit, and a bit of France a bit.
Yeah, it's
and
bullshit.
There's a reason why it was called World War. It was loads of countries. I feel like Jamaicans, we was there. Like loads of different countries were there.
Also, I don't like the fact it's like the amount of racism that was like sort of.
Have you watched the film called Mudbound?
Mudbound.
Yeah.
Is that? I'm gonna guess that's to do with the trenches and how like.
No. It's not even to do with that. It's to do with like Mississippi, America, and like the racism going on over there. And there was this guy that he like how like they used to treat in the South of America, they treat black people so badly. Yeah, so basically it's about these two families, one white, one black, and both like they both have a relative that go over to fight in the war against Hitler. And they both come back, and because they had such their experience in the war, they become friends.
But they're in the same unit?
No, they're different units, but they both went to war, and they both know what it feels like, so they're both able to become friends.
Would that be World War II or World War One?
I think World War II, because they said Hitler.
Oh, of course, no, sorry.
So so they become friends because of that, but it's still a racist time, and he comes back and like in his new army uniform and everything, comes back to his hometown, and then as soon as he walks into a store, they're like, "Boy, go out the back way, boy. You think you are coming through the front way with us whites? Go through the back way, boy." I don't
understand how that was still around.
And he's like, they're like, look, a a jig in a uniform, and they're like,
is
go in
jig
the back,
like sort of
like
the
jigaboo.
What's a jigaboo?
I don't know exactly, but it's a racial slur. So they're like,
am I allowed to say that one or not?
Huh? No, you're not allowed to say that.
Okay, cool. All right, I won't say that one.
It's a bit of an old school word to call it.
I've just never heard that term.
Never say
if
it.
anyone's offended by me saying that one,
never
like,
ever say it. But anyway, they're like, go out the back way to him, and he's like, I just like literally came back from fighting Hitler while keeping you guys safe.
Yeah, like what the fuck were you doing?
And the worst thing is like he went over there with the Germans and everything and all the Europeans, and they treated them way better over there than they did in America.
Yeah, like I think that. I mean, like, and
he was treated so much better over there than he came back to America completely like cheap, like complete shit.
That's weird.
Yeah,
and also I think that also do you
think?
I
think like while he was in Germany, he got a girl pregnant, a white lady pregnant, and she wrote to him and like.
Does he go back out there to see her? Or?
They found that picture of the girl with his mixed race baby.
Yeah,
and then like the KKK came and took him, cut his tongue out.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, is that fiction or is that true story?
I think it's fiction. I don't think it's a true story.
Yeah.